Here.
Did you hear somebody? Who was that? Was that Tom Browning? I think we have the pranksters in the studio with us right now. Hi there, guys.
Hello.
Hi, Christy. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, guys.
Yes, we have the Prankster Trio.
The Prankster Prio.
Just a little Dane
So,
Brandage.
in case you were wondering why they're called the Pranksters,
Yeah.
maybe you just found out. So, we're so happy to have you. We've been trying to get you in for a while, and it's a thrill. Kathy, you go way back with these guys.
Yeah, why don't we just let them introduce themselves here?
Yeah, why don't we do that?
My name's Tom Browning, and I've known Kathy, back in the 40s when she was 14 or 15. She played banjo in a group with Ulysses S. Grant and Mahatma Gandhi.
Oh, yeah.
And this is my good buddy, Mr. R.D. Miller.
Yes, I'm R.D. Miller, and I have nothing clever to say whatsoever.
I'm Rick, and I replaced the original drummer in 2008, and I played percussion for them for a couple years before that, but now I'm back on the Skins.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
tonight he's got a djembe.
Tonight he's got a djembe. He usually has a full drum kit. And we're in for a real treat. You guys are, some of Louisville's favorites, really.
Long-standing.
They like us.
You've been at it for many, many years. I think the first time I saw you was in the, mid-'80s?
Early 80s.
Early 80s?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Our drummer, Dave, that used to play with us, he's now teaching meditation in India.
Okay.
He works under El Maitreya Sri Balay Sanka.
He took the Mary part with him.
Yes. And I don't want to say we're old, but our first gig, Old Louisville, was just called Louisville.
And classic rock was called Rock.
And Louisville Legends.
Why don't we let y'all just kick off something here and get us started before we make total fools of ourselves?
We love you guys. We've got the Pranksters here with us live on the Homegrown Radio Hour. And let's hear a tune right now, live on CrescentHillRadio.com.
Thanks, ladies. We're going to go ahead and, in all this frivolity, get started with a really depressing, slow, plodding song by Neil Young. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I thought I saw you in a hazy, crowded bar. You were dancing on a light from star to star. Out beyond the moonbeams, I know just who you are. I saw your brown eyes turning into fire. Are like a hurricane, there's calm in your eyes. And now I'm getting blown away. There's somewhere safer where the feelings stay. I wanna love you, but I get so blown away. I am just a dreamer, and you are just a dream. You could have been anyone to me. Before that moment, you touched my lips, that fuzzy feeling when time just slips away between us on our foggy trips. You are like calm in your eyes. And now I'm getting blown away. There's somewhere safer where the feelings stay. I wanna love you, but I get so blown away. Just a dreamer, and you are just a dream. You could have been anyone to me. Before that moment, you touched my lips. That perfect feeling when time just slips away between us on our foggy trips. Like a hurricane, there's calm in your eyes. And now I'm getting blown away. There's somewhere safer where the feelings stay. I wanna love you, but I get so blown away.
Right on.
Nice.
The Prankster's here with us live on the Homegrown Radio Hour here
I
on
guess
Crescent Hill Radio.
We should say the Prankster Trio
The
because
Prankster Trio, not the full group.
Yeah, we're a little stripped down tonight.
You want to
Strip
tell
down.
tell folks what the difference
Thank God
is?
it's warm.
Well, from night to night, the lineup may change as according to the venue. We play this the way that we are now at Dark Star every Saturday. But Sunday night, which is what we've sort of become known for, because we've been doing every Sunday night for over 26 years, some bar in this town somewhere. And we have the full onslaught on Sunday nights. Ed Sneed on bass, Mr. Bob Ramsey on keyboards. This is a guy that used to play with Leon Russell and Steve Ferguson, if that gives you any idea of his background. So Sunday nights, when you get everybody. Other nights, you get some of us. You never know.
What is
Right.
your current venue on Sunday nights?
Gerstl's,
Gerstl's.
right up the street, one of the oldest live music establishments in this town.
All right. Yes, it is.
Yeah, and you played with them around in that neighborhood back in the day, didn't you,
Well,
Kathy?
they allowed me to sit in on occasion. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
Those
fun.
were the days.
Well, speaking of those days, when we first met Kathy, and you too, Christy, was back in the 80s. I used to play with a trio called McHenry, Miller, and Young.
That's right.
Of course, Dave is in retirement now, and Chick is back in his hometown in upstate New York, and hopefully he'll be listening because we want to do a few tunes
Hey, Chick.
that he taught us.
Hey, Chick.
So this goes
Hi,
out
Chick.
to you, Chick.
Shout out to Chick in upstate New York.
Hi, Chick.
The Pranksters here live with us on the Homegrown Radio Hour.
Holiday down from Reno, I was trailed by 20 hounds. Didn't get to sleep last night till the morning came around. Said I'm running but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. Ran into the devil and he loaned me 20 bills. Spent the night in Utah in a cave up in the hills. Said I'm running but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. Ran down to the levee and the devil caught me there. Grabbed my $20 bill and it vanished in the air. Said I'm running but I take my time. Friend of
before daylight. I just might get some sleep tonight. I got two reasons why I cry away each lonely night. First one named Sweet Anne-Marie, she's my heart's delight. Second one is prison baby, and the shelves on my trail. And if she catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail. Got a wife in Chino, babe, and one in Cherokee. First one says she's got my child, but it don't look like me. Said I'm running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. I cry away each lonely night. First one named Sweet Anne-Marie, she's my heart's delight. Second one is prison baby, and the sheriff's on my trail. And if she catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail. Got a wife in Chino, babe, and one in Cherokee. First one says she's got my child, but it don't look like me. Said I'm running, but I take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight.
Yeah, Prankster's here with us on CrescentORadio.com, coming to you from Louisville, Kentucky, live on the Homegrown Radio Hour. And I've got my very special co-host with me and my dear friend Kathy Weisbach, and we got the Pranksters in the house, and it's kind of like a reunion in here tonight. Been a long time.
They brought their kid to the reunion.
And they brought their kid. Oh, I'm sorry you probably weren't born back then,
no,
were you?
I moved here in '97 and danced when they were at Mayor's, and then moved around with them until I crashed in with this thing. And
awesome. Well, you're an awesome drummer.
Yeah,
and,
that's great.
Yeah, your djembe playing is beautiful. I love it.
Wow. So the Abbey Road thing. Now, how many years have y'all done that?
This will be number 9.
Number nine.
Number 9 that we've played. We've played 9 Abbey Roads, but we've actually have done 11 years down there. The first 2 years we played, there wasn't anything going on. It was just empty.
Yeah. You just showed up.
Yeah. And we just showed up and played, and then they built the festival around.
You started it. Okay.
No, we didn't. It started in Cleveland. We just went down there one day and played on.
Well, y'all have always played some Beatles tunes, and I always enjoyed those.
Yes. Would you like to hear a couple?
I would love to hear one.
Mm-hmm. Well, that would be fun. All right, this is a tune, of course, but John Lennon may be our favorite of the 4 as far as songwriting goes. And this song, the bottom line of this song is, if you're going to have an affair, don't write a song about it, because then your wife will probably hear it.
On the radio, CrescentHillRadio.com.
Yeah, we're always getting busted for that.
Had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good, Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay and she told me to sit anywhere. And I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on a rug, biding my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for waked in the morning and started to laugh. Told her I didn't and crawled off to sleep in the bath. And when I awoke, I was alone. This bird had flown. So I lit the fire. Isn't it good? Norwegian wood.
Awesome. The Pranksters
Thank
here
you.
with us on the Homegrown Radio Hour. The Abbey Road on the River has been going on for a while. You've been
9 years in this town.
And you've
Yeah.
been playing
And it's
in
an
nine?
amazing event. There's
Yeah,
bands
it's-
from like 30 different countries as well as 20 other states in our union, and it's madness.
Yeah. What day are y'all playing?
Monday at 8:15 on the main stage. We get to feel like rock stars for an hour on
All
the big
right.
stage.
On the
That's
Belvedere,
awesome.
on the lawn.
I've always had a good time there whenever I've gone. It's a 4-day event, I believe.
5 now.
5 days.
Thursday through Monday.
That's
Gary
right.
Gary Jacob is the
Gary Jacob.
wonderful man who started this.
Shout out to Gary Jacob.
Oh man, more than that, that's for sure. He's amazing.
Yeah, we found out today that we actually have people that listen to the station all over the world.
Well, here's the story on that.
Shout out to the world.
We are
So-
listed on Windows Media Player. If you go to Internet Radio, we're one of the stations that shows up for Louisville, Kentucky. And for the 4th time now, since in the 3 years we've been going, they have picked us as one of their editors' picks.
Oh, awesome.
Of the week.
Well, tonight
So,
we're going to deliver a former prankster who lives in Paris. Will be listening to this.
All right.
I've got a cousin in Alaska and his son in Ecuador that'll be listening to this.
Awesome. Well, one of the things they showed us a map.
Yeah. I mean, I can always check out the map anytime, but the listenership was pretty crazy. I posted the map on our Crescent Hill Radio Facebook page, and you can see all over the place. New Zealand,
everywhere.
Australia,
Yugoslavia,
South America.
Australia.
When you get on there, people just check it out.
Canada.
So,
But the reason I brought that up is because, we need to remember that our listenership is much more than Louisville and the surrounding community. It actually is worldwide, potentially worldwide. And so I like to try to let folks know what Louisville's about. And one of those great things is the Abbey Road on the River Festival, which really celebrates and honors the Beatles and brings bands and fans from all over the world. Really, I've met people from everywhere there at that festival.
Peter Noon of Herman's Hermits is this year.
And
also.
Leon Russell.
wow.
Yeah.
Peter and Gordon, right?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And actually,
Right.
for the people in the northern part of the United States, it's more important for them to realize we are from Louisville, and actually all of us have our shoes on.
That's right. That's
I don't
true.
want to bust
Good
any
point.
stereotypes.
And
but
and I don't have an oil rig in my backyard or a coal mine. Although I do have a couple busted teeth.
Well, I'm not pregnant.
But you are barefoot.
No, I'm not.
we'd love to do another Beatles tune
That'd
if,
be
if
great.
you could handle that. This
We'd
is,
love to hear one.
This is one by George Harrison, and a personal anecdote. I got to see George in 1974, the only time he toured America. I got to see that show, and that's one of the few concerts I have on Everybody Else I Know.
Awesome.
All right.
The Pranksters on the Homegrown Radio Hour live on CrescentHillRadio.com.
Little darling, it's been a long, long cold winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here we come. Sun, 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 here we come. Sun, 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 here we come. Little darling, I see the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun. I say it's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
That goes out to the late Richie Havens, who just passed
Right
away.
on.
That's his version of that, which was always one of my favorites.
Mine too, and another Louisville favorite, Richie. Seems like Richie Havens came here a lot more than a lot of musicians.
I know he was at Phoenix Hill a few times.
Many times, yeah. I saw him there several times. Makes me wonder if he has a friend here, or had a friend here. Anyway, yeah. Rest in peace, Richie Havens. Amen. Thank you, guys, man. You don't miss a beat. You sound better than ever. I mean, I can't believe that so much time has gone by. So I hadn't heard you play, I think, since Long Shots was open, and just got lucky enough to get down there and catch you there a couple times. And I know you played there for
a while,
long
time. Several years.
Yeah.
It's amazing what transposing songs down a few keys can do for your voice when you get older.
We all do it. We all do it. Yeah. We play music a lot together too, and sometimes somebody will show up who hadn't been there for a while, and we're like, wow. Last time you played that in a higher key, I think you need to drop it down a notch. It ain't working tonight.
But some people need to realize you got to do that.
You got to do that. That's right.
The Who. Sorry, Roger. The last time I heard him, he was like,
that was kind of sad.
Well, they wrote the song in the wrong key initially.
Yeah, that's right.
Ask any rock singer who still has to sing his songs after 40 years.
And that that happens more than people realize, I think. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Just make it work.
If we could bring up a fun plug, we have another very special gig happening in late June at the Louisville Palace.
Oh, wow.
However, before you get too excited, we're not playing on the stage of the Louisville Palace. We're playing in the lobby, which is still very prestigious.
We're very close to the stage, though.
There's a series of concerts called the Faces of the Palace, where we get to play underneath the Faces.
Oh, awesome.
And there's going to be a night of tribute acts. There's going to be a little TNA is going to play Rolling Stones. We're going to represent the Grateful Dead. And the Almanacs are going to represent the 1910 Fruit Gun Company. No, Allman Brothers.
Allman Brothers, yeah. We get those confused. It's the Fruit Gum Company, but I do like the Fruit Gun Company. That's pretty cool.
I'd rather have fruit guns than any other kind, I guess.
I was chewing Carefree gum just the other day, and when the flavor went out, I went back to contemplating my mortality. But if we could do a tune by the Grateful Dead right now to commemorate that show coming up, this is perhaps my favorite Jerry Robert tune.
R.D. and Millie, the Pranksters, we love you. Here you go, live on the Homegrown Radio Hour.
Are the hardest days, don't you worry anymore. When life looks like easy street, there is danger at your door. Think this through with me, let me know your mind. Whoa, and I want to know is, are you kind? It's a buck dancer's choice, my friend. Better take my advice. You know all the rules by now. The fire from the ice. Will you come with me? Won't you come with me? Whoa, and I want to know, will you come with me? Gosh damn, well I declare, have you seen the light? The walls are built with cannonballs. The motto is don't tread on me. Come here, Uncle John's band, playing to the tide. Got some things to talk about here beside the rising tide. Story the crow told me, it's the only one he knows. And like the morning sun you come, and like the wind you go. Ain't no time for hate, barely time to wait. Whoa, and I want to know, where does the time go? I live in a silver mine, and I call it Beggar's Tomb. And I got me a violin, and I dare you call the tune. Anybody's choice, let me hear your voice. Oh, and I want to know, how does the song go? Uncle John's band by the riverside. Got some things to talk about here beside the rising tide. Come here, Uncle John's band, playing to the tide. Come with me, go alone. It's come to take his children home. The song go. Come here, Uncle John's band by the riverside. Got some things to talk about here beside the rising tide. Come here, Uncle John's band, playing to the tide. Come with me, go alone. He's come to take
That's
Thank you.
great.
The Pranksters here with us on the Homegrown Radio Hour. Kathy Weisbach used to sit in with the Merry Pranksters every once in a while back in the day
Every now and then.
when we first met in the 80s. And I guess you mostly played banjo with
Just
them.
banjo, yeah.
Did you bring your banjo tonight?
No, I didn't.
Well, did you bring anything else?
Well, I brought a recording, and I don't mind if you guys don't mind that I play a little bit here, mostly because I need a bathroom break. But,
All right. Let's see what we sounded like when we were young.
Well,
I'm not
this,
supposed to be exposed to any of that stuff, so
this is actually Tom. You're not on here, but this is actually.
Oh,
McHenry
good. Okay,
Miller
I need
and
some
Young.
You're
water.
excused.
Okay, it's McHenry Miller and Young in the Phoenix Hill Tavern tap room on January 21st, 1984. And this is actually me playing with them. Flat
Kathy
Tire Merle.
Weisbach.
Flat Tire
All
Merle.
right.
I've had this recording for so long. Greg Knight recorded this off the board.
God
So
rest his
you're getting
soul.
ready to hear
That's
a
right.
very old recording of the Pranksters' previous incarnation with Kathy Weisbach sitting in on banjo.
Yeah, this goes out to Chicky.
We love you, Chick.
National anthem. I mean, we like Merle Haggard, you know, Lonnie knows that. Any country music fan, we know we like Merle, but we also know he's not the most open-minded son of a gun you'll ever run into. Fact is, he could be known as a salute. So anyway, we just want to tell Merle that we like your singing, but leave us alone. I mean, you can make fun of us on your own, but don't go making records about us. Gee whiz. So we have a little rebuttal tune done by Nick Gravenites and the Big Brother and the Holding Company.
As I drove about 65, I was traveling up that old grapevine. Well, I must have been doing at least about 105. Over on South Road, broke down. Who do you think was standing around but the greatest country singer alive? And it weren't T.G. Shepherd.
I'll fix your flat tire, Merle. But don't you get your sweet cut picking fingers all covered with Earl. Cause you're a honky, I know, but Merle, you got soul. And I'll fix your flat tire, Merle.
I hear dead and adventurous youth making love in a telephone booth, and I hear that even done a little stretch in jail. Now you got a 7-inch house in the bar and 8 around 10 of them Maserati cars. Every other week a check coming in the mail. Merle, that sucks.
I'll fix your flat tire, Merle. Don't you get your sweet cut picking fingers all covered with Earl. Cause you're a honky, I know, but Merle, you got soul. And I'll fix your flat tire, Merle.
That cock your pistol. We heard about that record you did, making fun of us long-haired kids, and now you know we don't give a damn what you think. Merle, if you can call this world your home, you know you're gonna have to get out and get stoned. It's better with a joint than with a drink. We all think.
I'll fix your flat tire, Merle. Don't you get your sweet country licking fingers all covered with Earl. Cause you're a honky, I know, but Merle, you got soul. And I'll fix your flat tire, Merle. Well, I'll fix your flat tire, Merle.
Here's Roy.
Yeah, that was a recording from the tap room in 1984. I was 23 years old.
So the tap room is what people now refer to as the Highland Tap Room, I guess.
Yeah, this was the tap room in Phoenix Hill Tavern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
correct that.
yeah, which does not exist anymore.
No.
But,
But I would like to remind folks that if you're listening to this and you'd like to tell your friends to listen to it, the recording of this whole show will be on our SoundCloud page indefinitely. It'll be posted up tomorrow, and or if you've missed any part of the show, you can go back and listen again. And that's SoundCloud.com, and then just search for Crescent Hill Radio, or we have links to that on our CrescentHillRadio.com webpage.
are we not video broadcasting tonight?
Well, we're doing that too. You can go back and check the YouTube
That's
We
right.
have a YouTube channel. Check. Just search.
If you're not watching the live stream right now on Ustream, that'll also be put up on the YouTube archives
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I stream, you stream, we all stream.
That's right. And we all scream.
We all scream.
We are really loving having you guys here. We'd love to hear another one.
Yes. This one Nettie requested, and I just want to tell Nettie that we weren't talking over the song. That was
a goof.
Space-time warp.
No,
that was
it
happening.
was fun. I liked it a lot.
You do realize that was the verse, up-and-coming verse that he was going to sing. He hadn't sung that verse
Yeah,
yet.
I'm not sure how that happened.
It's the ghost
It's
in
the
the
new-
room. It's the
newfangled,
ghost of personal
all
radio.
this computer equipment and the magnetic fields have been space-time. So
That's
what
right.
we
Where'd he
think
go?
is the future.
And not to mention the polls are, you
right,
know.
exactly. Anyway, she, my lovely wife Annette, requested this, so we're going to do it.
All right.
Shout out to you, the pranksters here on the Homegrown Radio Hour.
It's late at night and I can't see the road or tune the radio. There's mountains in the way. It's late at night and every hill I climb twists and turns, comes around again. One more journey underneath my belt. This life was made for climbing in the trees. Adrift on top of promises so wasted as we go, blown away and scattered in the snow. It's late at night, I'm driving up the highway, the moon is chasing me behind my back. It's late at night, I thought I had it covered, I thought my life was finally on track. One more journey underneath my belt. This life was made for climbing in the trees. Dripped on top of promises so wasted as we go, blown away and scattered in the snow. One more journey underneath my belt. This life was made for climbing in the trees. Dripped on top of promises so wasted as we go, blown away and scattered in the snow.
Yeah, an original
Thank you
here
very
in the
much.
studio with the pranksters. That was a Tom Brown original, I think I heard.
It's not a real song, I just made it up.
Ah, yeah.
That's Londa's line.
That's the best kind.
Actually, Londa Crenshaw.
And shout out to you, Londa Crenshaw. You had a birthday not too long ago. Boy, we'd love to get her in
We
here.
would love to get her on the show.
Y'all ever see her?
Makes you happy, makes you gay. That's all I can sing in that song.
Every woman needs a wife. Is that one of her songs?
Everybody needs.
Everybody needs
Yeah.
a wife. That was a good one.
Oh, yeah.
She wrote some good stuff.
The stars are gonna find you or something about Hazel Miller. That was a good. One.
Oh yeah. Those were the days. So we do have the Pranksters here with us on the Homegrown Radio Hour, and just heard an original Tom Browning tune. They will be up at Abbey Road on the River on Monday, which is a great event that happens here in Louisville every year, going on, this is the 9th year. And you all have started it all. And
we influenced the Beatles heavily.
Yeah, along with 70 other bands the first year.
And, you know, bringing that subject up of the Beatles, it kind of understates or underscores that a lot of younger people do not realize how much music changed from the Beatles' first album to only like 4 albums later. I mean, their first album still sounded very 50s.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, they're doing Strawberry Fields. And it's
there's
like,
a sitar.
and the whole world changed with them. And it's like, if you had a concert now, you think of Woodstock. Sha Na was the funny throwback to like 5 years before.
Yeah.
It'd be like doing a show now and have a throwback act, from 2008, and nobody would be able to tell the difference.
Yes,
But,
that's so true.
I remember the aughts. Remember the aughts?
Oh, the audience.
The aughts.
For those of you listening on our or watching on our Ustream live video, you might notice the Prankster Trio logo behind the guys there. And Artie was just telling me how he makes those all the old-fashioned way.
well, that's actually, I'm a picture framer, and it's circle cut mats. And in a way, I'm embarrassed to say, but those letters were all drawn off on just computer paper and then cut out with a razor blade and then spray glued on there.
He's been playing on some pretty popular logos and putting the Prankster thing on there. And Kelly, if you would just show some of those logos we pulled up from his Facebook
Yeah, I
page.
take otherwise famous logos and then steal them for us if I feel that they're appropriate. Like I've got one Prankster's Mark Bourbon. I don't know whether Bill Samuels would smile at that or be mad. I think he would smile.
He probably
and then
would.
You'd have to be kind of old. Kelly probably doesn't get this one. The Prankster one where it's the guitar in the shape of a guitar. Kelly probably didn't even know where that's from. Okay.
The monkeys, that's
Okay.
right. The monkeys.
But when you steal them and quote steal them and do them in your own way, it's an art statement. So because of free speech, and now we own it.
You own it.
That's right.
You have to, in order to own it, you have to.
I have to admit, when I see a real Starbucks thing, I think of Prankster Trio.
And so the power of branding, and you know.
Refer to Warhol versus the state of California.
We don't sell coffee though; we play music.
So, RD, are you making those just for the trio, or do you also do them for the
No,
band?
I have a couple of full band ones. Most of them are just online images, but a few of them are physical.
And just to clarify, the full band will be at Abbey Road on the River on Monday. What time
With
are you
Bob.
guys playing?
We start at 8:15 or right around 8, and our keyboardist Bob will be at the ballpark. He has been the organist at the ballpark,
cool.
even when it was still the Redbirds
And they're
over
gonna
at Cardinal.
fly him over in a
And,
helicopter?
those 3 blocks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Or just have a big crane swing them over from there. It's not that far away.
How we take that?
Well, it should be a great time. And again, Abbey Road on the River starts on Thursday and it goes all the way through the end of the evening on Monday. And it's a great tradition, become a great tradition here in Louisville, as have the Pranksters, who some folks still want to call the Merry Pranksters because you are so merry. And you are pranksters. So, you know, what can you say? And I'd like to give a shout out to... Would you all like to give a shout out to your former bandmates?
Oh, absolutely. You mean Dave Young in particular, who founded the band, and I must say to this day, if it was not for Dave Young, I probably would have never played music professionally because I was just too shy. And I hung out and watched them rehearse and was going to be the sound man, and he eventually asked me to be in the band, and it all worked. They already had a PA, and they already knew how to play. So.
I could probably say the same thing about him. He drugged me to a party where y'all were playing, and I
2 or at?
2. Thank you for defining that.
Well, Dave, if you're listening, thank you for everything you've done for the music community here in Louisville, and for bringing all these fine folks together. We love you, and I hear you don't really get into computer stuff, but if you're missing the show,
FM is coming. FM is coming.
If you're missing the show, maybe somebody can bring it over.
I think he'll find it.
Yeah.
So we do have the Pranksters with us on the Homegrown Radio Hour. We've got about 10 minutes left. I want to remind you that they'll be playing tonight for the duo form of the Pranksters.
Actually, a
Trio.
Guitar, bass, and drums.
Rico
Okay.
Thomas, who was
Rico
the original founder of Buster Brown in this town, is our bass
Our-
player on Wednesdays.
Okay. So the other trio
Yeah, right.
will be playing tonight
Yeah,
at
we're like
their
jazz
Wednesday
musicians
night
and stuff.
gig. It happens every Wednesday night at the Hideaway, which is one of my favorite neighborhood bars, and that show starts at 10:30. They'll also be playing Saturday
At Dark Star
at
Tavern.
Dark Star, and that's a regular
Right up the
gig
road.
Yeah,
now.
every Saturday night, right down the street from here, as a matter of fact.
And then Sunday
At Gerstl's.
Gerstl's, another regular gig every Sunday.
These
and
are working
Monday,
musicians.
Monday at Abbey Road on
And
the
then
river.
Fridays vary from all sorts of different places.
You ever have a
play.
day off?
Yeah, we usually play 4 nights a week, and so we have 3.
Yeah, the last Friday of this month, it's the 31st, isn't it? Mm-hmm. We'll be at Decca.
Decca.
Downtown, the
That is
restaurant.
a very.
Yeah.
Have
New
you played
New.
down there yet?
Yeah.
About 4
Love
times.
that little space.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's
good.
like a speakeasy, vibe, and you can just feel the history there. It's like you have to wonder what happened in that place back in the.
And it's another part of Louisville that 20
Back in
years
the day.
ago was kind of a dump, and now
Yes.
it's had a huge resurgence, just like the waterfront and
Nulu.
and I think it all started with the ballpark, where I talked about how Bob plays there,
Yeah.
and when they took that over, they turned it from one of the ugliest places in the city to one of the nicest, and it's kind of built out from there. And
Yeah, it kind of had a chain reaction there. People
go
were like, wow,
downtown, yeah.
we got to fix this up. Look what they did. So, yeah, thank you, Pranksters. And we're having a great time with you all tonight on the show. We've got a few minutes left. We'd love to hear a couple more songs if you've got the time.
Oh,
We do.
absolutely. All right, this is another song. We've been on this theme, but Chick taught me this song many years ago.
Everybody's talking at me. Can't hear a word they're saying. Only the echoes of their mind. People stop and stare. I can't see the faces. Only the shadows of their eyes. Going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. Banking off of the northeast wind, sailing on the summer breeze. Skipping over the ocean like a stone. Going where the sun keeps shining through the pouring rain. Going where the weather suits my clothes. Banking off of the northeast wind, sailing on a summer breeze. Skipping over the ocean like a stone. I don't wanna leave you all alone.
Oh, I love that.
Wow, that's an oldie.
Thanks. That's a song popularized by Harry Nilsson, but written by Mr. Fred Rose.
Fred
from,
Neil.
Freddie Neil.
Freddie Neil.
Midnight Cowboy.
And Freddie Neil was a big inspiration to Bob Dylan in the late 50s and early 60s.
Really?
Because he played guitar and harmonica and sang and wrote songs that were interesting.
He did. I liked him. My mom was a big fan of his. Tom Browning, you write a lot of songs. You
Sometimes.
used to, I know.
Well, songs, and I just finished a suite for guitar and other stuff.
Compositions.
Also, I do arrangements and orchestral corrections for YPass when they have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. That is very cool.
We've done several things.
Zappa.
We did the Zappa thing was crazy, you know.
I heard about that. I didn't know you were involved.
He handed
in
me
that.
the CD and said, "Write me out a score for the orchestra."
That is
I said,
so
"Okay."
cool. Wow.
And then this latest thing was Gino Vanelli. Gino Vanelli has his magnum opus, big long piece.
He was so dreamy.
He was very dreamy.
So dreamy.
Yes, Gino.
Back when hairy chests were dreamy.
Yeah. Yeah, like Tom Jones.
Yeah,
kinda.
right. It's not unusual, but now it is.
Have you all heard Tom Jones' new song?
No, but I want to hear.
I love it.
I want to hear his.
I know
really
he's
great.
still trying.
The new one?
Oh, it's great. They've been giving it a lot of airtime on FPK.
And he's
Shout
like-
out to FPK.
He's like 104, isn't he?
He probably is because, like, my grandmother idolized him when I was a little kid, and
my
I'm
mother
in my
used.
50s.
She got the vapors.
Yeah, my grandmother
I don't
did
even
too.
know what that means.
Swoon. My grandmother and a bunch of her girlfriends drove somewhere, like, I don't know if it was Nashville or it could have been New York, knowing my grandmother, to see him, and that's the only thing she talked about for a year. After that, and the only thing she would play on the record player.
Well, I think we got time for one more song.
All right, here we go.
All right, we're going to end off this evening. And thanks a lot for having us. We
Thank
really
you.
do.
Thank
We've had a
you.
blast. This is a tune by
it's been
Stevie
great.
Wonder that he always envisioned being done by white Southerners with acoustic guitars.
The Pranksters on the Homegrown Radio Hour live on CrescentHillRadio.com.
I'd like to see you move right across the floor. I'd like to do it to you until you scream for more. I like the reggae, but you move too fast for me. I like to make love to you until you start to scream. Get off my hair! Get off my hair! Boogie on, reggae woman. What's wrong with me? Boogie on, reggae woman. Girl, can't you see? I'd like to see both of us fall deeply in love. I'd like to see you in the new, under the stars above. I'd like to see both of us fall deeply in love. I'd like to see you in the raw, under the stars above. Boogie on, reggae woman. What's wrong with you? Boogie on, reggae woman. Girl, what you trying to prove? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
see both of us fall deeply in love. I'd like to see you in the raw under the stars above. I'd like to see both of us fall deeply in love. I'd like to see you in the new under the stars above. Boogie on, reggae woman, what's wrong with you? Boogie on, reggae woman, girl, what you trying to prove? Boogie on, reggae woman, what's wrong with you? Boogie on, reggae woman, girl, what you trying to prove?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you guys for
Thanks.
joining us. The Pranksters here with us live on the Homegrown Radio Hour, streaming to the world from Louisville, Kentucky on CrescentHillRadio.com. Thank you guys so much for coming in tonight.
Yes, thank you. It's been
Great show.
Really
And
nice.
you can catch them all over town tonight at the Hideaway at 10:30. Let's see, Friday night at Dark Star, Saturday night at Gerstl's, Sunday night at Gerstl's, Saturday night Dark Star, Monday Abbey Road on the River, and just check them out. They're on Facebook. You'll see them in the Leo. They're a great band. They've been around Louisville for a long, long time, and we love them. Louisville's darlings, the Pranksters. Thank you guys, and thank you for listening.